Okay, time's now 4 o'clock. I'm going to call to order the Rules, Enactments, and Intergovernmental Relations Committee meeting to order. Everyone, please silence your cell phones, and please join me for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Doreen, can we have a roll call, please?
Amo. Here. Cheney.
Here.
Fagion.
Here.
Hines.
Here.
Paduk.
Here.
Sierra. Sutherland. Here. Muskevich.
Here.
7 present, 1 absent.
Okay, thank you. First up, we have Kelly Eskew, County Clerk, and James McGee, Deputy County Clerk. Request to create one senior registry clerk grade 10 position and abolish one vacant principal recording and index clerk grade 9 position. Number 002188, funding to come from within operating budget, legislative request number 133. Can I get a motion second?
So
And Cheney. Okay. Well, you're up.
And this isn't Jim McGee, this is Ed English.
most people know me.
Just one, okay.
Go for it.
Since 2020, after COVID, we reevaluated our workflow and we moved some tasks to another department. We just tried to go from where it wasn't as busy to where more help was needed. So in that time period, I have a supervisor in court papers who has taken on a tremendous amount of work. And it's actually outside of her title right now. So we want to bring her into line with what she's doing. So it would be a promotion to a grade 10. So that's what we're trying to do. We would abolish her supervisor position and give her the new position.
Legislator Cheney.
Was this the result of the desk audit, or was a desk audit performed for this?
Actually, we had a desk audit in 2021 or 2022, and at that time, they raised everybody in the clerk's office 1 grade. But this has happened since then. She's taken on more responsibility. So no, we didn't do a desk audit for this one specifically, but she is not doing the title right now.
Understood,
With the
but
increased
I guess
responsibility.
my question is it formality to do a desk audit? By human resources?
Yeah, they did not, I didn't ask for one.
Any other questions? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have Kerry Gallagher, Commissioner of Finance, Michael J. Scriber, Deputy Commissioner of Finance, Andrea Kincannon, Deputy Commissioner of Finance. Local law to continue the imposition of tax under local law number 13 of 2009, known as the Orange County Hotel and Motel Room Occupancy Tax, local law for an additional 3 years. Legislative request number 147. Take motion second.
So moved.
Cheney. Fagion. Okay, floor is yours.
Sure, I think you've just nailed it. Basically, this is a request so that we can continue collecting occupancy tax for the next 3 years.
Questions, comments? Pretty straightforward. All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have Alan Sorensen, Commissioner of Planning Department, approve SECRA, short environmental assessment form, an application for the inclusion of lands into the Orange County Agricultural District number 1. Take a motion second, please.
I'll make that motion.
Fagion?
Second.
Janet? Okay. Floor is yours.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. This year, we opened, as we do every year in March, we had the open enrollment to include parcels in the Ag District number 1. We received 1 application, which is for a farm in the town of Wayanda. That was reviewed by the Ag Environmental Protection Board. There was a site visit conducted. There is existing agricultural activity, and the applicant is looking to expand those agricultural activities on the site. And the recommendation is to include that parcel in Ag District number 1.
This is passed unanimously. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Next up, we have B, request to approve the guide for project evaluation for the 2024 Open Space Fund. Legislative request number 154. Motion second, please.
So moved.
Cheney, Reggie. Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. This is a request to reactivate the county's open space fund program. It ran successfully from 2005 to 2009. We have in the 2024 capital budget, there's $1 million set aside for the open space fund. And the request is to reactivate the open space fund subject to the new program rating criteria that's been established and program guidelines. And to have the first notice of funding availability go out in August of this year with the first applications due September 13th. At one of the earlier committee meetings, there were some excellent questions concerning the rating criteria. The observation was that the original rating criteria is a little bit too subjective. So we went through and I worked with the county law office and Barry provided, Legislator Cheney provided comments as well. And we went through and created a criteria that is much more objective and is a greater breakdown within each of the categories. So the resource categories that would be funded include water resources. So examples of that would be actual conservation easements around to protect lake or reservoirs, agricultural lands, so farms, to assist in the purchase of development rights. The state, through its farmland protection and implementation grant, can provide up to 75% of funding for a project. So under the county's open space fund program, the county would provide a 25% local match. And that's been a very successful program over the years. It's helped to protect a number of farms throughout Orange County. And then we also refined the supplemental criteria so that the supplemental points in the original application criteria was too heavy, so that you could have a application that might rank relatively low on the criteria, but there were so many bonus points available that it could overcome make a poor application a good application. So we rebalance that, and so in this case, the supplemental points were reduced from 60 points down to 25 points, and are much more in balance with the overall rating criteria. So our hope is to be able to get this program back up and running this year, and hopefully to continue it next year.
Okay, questions, comments? Legislator Cheney.
First of all, good job. It was a somewhat monumental task to take what was there and reformulate it, basically. How much money is available this year for this program?
There is $1 million in the 2024 capital budget that would be made available for this program. If the program were to continue in 2025, we'll have to come back to the legislature, and I will have a request going through the capital budgeting process this year. There is a review committee that's established to review all the applications that come in. And once an application is selected, we're required under this program to come back to the legislature. So you'll have the final say on specific applications and the funding for those specific applications.
All right, other question? All right, hearing none, I'll call question. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. And, okay, next up, C, request approval for the planning department's transit Title VI program, which is required to be maintained due to federal transit administration regulations. The The program is subject to amendment as necessary to ensure compliance with federal law and FDA regulations governing the subject matter of such programs. Resolution number 263 of 2021 previously approved any necessary changes. This request is to officially approve 2024 program updates. Legislative request number 153. Could I get a motion second? That you? Is there a second? Sutherland? Okay. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. So as the resolution specifies, we're required to do this. Title VI is basically ensuring that our transit facilities are accessible to all persons. And so we have a criteria that has been adopted. We've refined it and are asking for your support to adopt the provisions that we've presented to you.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, call question. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, that's clear. I look for motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, Jeannie. Fine.
That's pretty good.